Welcome to Jewish Destiny Academy, the podcast where law school entrepreneurs learn how to tap into their divine destiny. Get ready, because court class is in session. Court class is now in session. I'm about to put this phone on Do Not Disturb so I don't get any interruptions while I am taking care of matters, so to speak. Now that we've got that taken care of here, we're going to hear from a lecturer, John C. Maxwell. So get ready, guys.
Says people naturally follow leaders stronger than themselves. Now, I've got a question I want to ask you, because this law of respect really has huge implications in your leadership life. Here's the question. And in the studio, while I'm asking my friends in the training tapes, I want to ask you the very same question. How many of you would like to lead more people and a higher quality of people at the same time? In other words, how many of you like to have increase your quantity and increase your quality? Now, if you raise your hand, and they all did here, if you raise your hand, I'm here to tell you that the law of respect will teach you how to do it. And the best way that I can illustrate how the law of respect plays into not only leading more people, but leading a higher quality of people, let's go back to the hand illustration I used when I talked to you about the law of the lid. If you remember when I talked to you about the law of the lid, I said, if you're a leadership, if this hand represents my leadership, and let's say it's a 4, and this hand represents my business, so the lid of my leadership will contain or hold down my business. If my leadership is a 4, my business is a 3. It's just not going to go any higher. It's going to be contained under my leadership effectiveness. Now, when I was teaching that law, I was talking about the size of your organization, and that you cannot grow an organization bigger than you are. And that's very true. The law of respect, I'm using the same illustration now. If the law of the lid will not only allow you to grow an organization bigger than you are, it will not allow you to attract people better than you are. Let me explain. If I'm a 4 as a leader, the people I attract to me will basically be 3s, 2s, and 1s. Does that make sense? In other words, when we teach the law of magnetism, which is another law which I will teach later on, when we teach the law of magnetism, the law of magnetism basically says you attract who you are, not who you want. Well, in the law of respect, I'm saying people follow leaders that are stronger themselves. So in other words, if I'm a 4 as a leader, I'm not going to attract a lot of 7s and 8s. 7s and 8s aren't going to follow me. And I have a quote in your note this is huge. It says, the more leadership ability a person has, the more quickly he or she recognizes leadership or its lack in others. Now, that is just a huge statement. So let me explain what I mean by that. Haven't you been in a room where perhaps you were a better leader than the person that was leading? And you realized that you were a better leader. I'm not talking about arrogance. I'm not talking about thinking more highly of yourself than you should. It's just the fact that you knew you were a better leader. Now, if you're a 7 as a leader and you happen to having to follow a 4, you're not going to want to do that. In fact, that's why there's so much frustration in the workplace. Isn't that true? There's frustration in the workplace because you got people that are perhaps better leaders that are underneath a lesser leader, and it causes all kind of conflict. Now, here's the good news. Let's go back to the illustration I used of the hand again. If I'm a 4 as a leader, and I go from a 5 to a 6 to a 7, in other words, I can learn leadership, and I grow, I learn these laws, I apply them in my life, and over the process of time, I become a better leader. If I go from a 4 to a 7, not only do I increase the quantity of my organization from a 3 to a 4 to a 5 to a 6, I increase the quality of people I attract. All of a sudden, if I'm a 7 as a leader, I'm attracting 6s. Now, think about it. As a 4 of a leader, I was attracting 3s. Now, what I'm saying to you is I've now doubled the quality of a person that I've attracted. And this is huge. And here's why it is. I was doing a couple of years ago a national conference for Chick-fil-A. And during a question and answer period, a person raised his hand and he asked me this question. He said, John, how do I find leaders. Find potential leaders. I want to find potential leaders for my organization. And when he said, how do I find potential leaders? I looked at him and I said, you have to know what they look like. But let me say something else. You can't attract potential leaders if you're not a leader yourself. Like begets like. So in this law of respect, what I'm saying to you is, as you grow as a leader, you're not only going to increase the quantity as far as the size of your company, you're going to increase the quality, the kind of people that you attract to it. And here's why. People don't follow people by accident, and people don't follow people that are not good leaders. Let me explain it to you this way. When people respect you as a person, they admire you. And it's wonderful to be admired. When people respect you as a friend, they love you. But when people respect you as a leader, they follow you. I remember several years ago I did a lesson called RESPECT. Tell me what you think of me now. I didn't sing or dance. But basically I was trying to share with people how important it is to have respect.
I think I am beginning to understand, to some degree, what Dr. John C. Maxwell is talking about here. It's leadership with respect with the law of attraction, which means you get what you attract, which means like attracts like you said. And another theory, and this is based on the Proverbs chapter 23. I believe this verse 6 says, as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. So, you attract who you are, not what you want. So that's the thing. That's where you need to raise your standards and raise your expectations. And I hope you find this helpful. Now, I hope you enjoyed Court Class Adjourned. Now, I hope you enjoyed listening to Juris Destiny Academy. If you like what you hear, please subscribe and become a part of the Juris Destiny Academy family. This is Jimi Hendrix saying until next time, take care, God bless, and be sure to tap into your God-given destiny. Okay? You guys have a blessed day.